Hello there, Aquarius. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Aquarius for September of 2018. Couple quick announcements before I start. The prayer class is out there. So are the sutra classes for you. There's 2 short videos about them. Prayer class is real comprehensive, 2.5 hours. It's how to format the prayers for manifestation, this kind of work, things like that, along that line. And the sutras are thought forms that you put into a very simple meditation. Very easy, takes 5 minutes a day. It enhances the clear perceptions for all of us that are doing this work. And it's a new tool for the toolbox for anybody getting into this kind of work. It really clarifies your visions, or whatever clear perception is at your forefront, should I say. But they're in 2 parts because it has to be. I made it so you could get part 1 and then part 2, or you can buy them both at the same time for a discount. It's so simple and it does amazing stuff. Now, what I've done for us for the month is I pull 4 cards for anybody new. We use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully pull everything together. Now, because I'm an empath, I have odd speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading, so all of us Aquariuses, I guess, are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Now, I don't think the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out as kind of a theme throughout the month. The other thing is look at your moon and rising sign. You get a bigger, more comprehensive view of the month. Now, I have a message for us, and it's like the details are important, Aquarius, and pay meticulous attention, especially if something's confusing or confounding you. Take slow steps forward. And the other portion is then don't fly off the handle. Don't know what it's going to mean to us. We are all different Aquariuses, but we have really good words: enthusiasm, trust, authenticity, birth, and awakening. They're really good words. And this first card here, I was like, wow, it goes exactly with birth. Whoops, I'm picking up 2 cards here at the same. Well, that's a good card too. We got the King of Rods underneath there, but it's the Ace of Swords. What a good card to get. This is this ace means like triumph over difficult situations through mental ability or mental acuity, and it allows us to make a major breakthrough in whatever is going on. It's card of like a brand new lifestyle coming into being, and we achieve this opportunity because of our like dint of will and our mental faculties. You know, it can mean prosperity, new development, especially spiritual growth, actually, and follow that will happen, or follow the wake of the new direction we're taking, because it's something new. So birth of a new idea, the birth of a new baby. For some of us, that's something to be enthusiastic about. And if you aren't wanting any of that, you know what to do, Aquarius. It's the birth of new ideas. That's our word, awakening. When we get this Ace of Swords, we're in a position of power with the possibility of, how do I want to say that? Manifesting our own philosophy even in some entirely new way. So it's new starts, fresh beginnings. It's all because we overcame things through the determination and our will. So trust it. This is also called the Sword of Truth. So if there was information that I was needing or wanting to clarify situations or to help me make it through to the other side, remember that thing about our message about confusing or confounding? This card here is going to help us cut to the chase and awaken to the new prospects, because our next card is the Six of Rods. Excellent. That's the victory card. Wands, rods, whatever you want to call it. This means that, on our, through, once again, our own determined effort, our own enthusiasm, our own authenticity, our own trust in ourselves, that we have won or made it through. So it brings all the victorious things to us. So we're all different Aquariuses. Each of us has something different in mind for this sword here, the Ace of Swords, but we will be victorious. This is the one that shows us that we worked for whatever we are victorious for. It was hard. We went at it, how determined, and, however we were going at it, we went, we did it, and we won the war. So I'm really excited for us. I don't know where it's going to go, because these are just general readings. So what area of your life it's going to go in? Is this, fresh new relationship, new job, new fresh start, maybe a partnership or entrepreneurship, working my can off, making it through, and I win. I get on the other side. So trust all of this that's coming through and really pay attention. If something gets confusing, step back and say, I'm taking a break. I'm going to, if it's paperwork, applications, whatever it is, taking a break, I'm moving back, a few steps. I'm going to look things over. I'm not going to fly off the handle. And I'm saying that again on account of a couple of the cards we get here, because I think the beginning astrology for us this month, and I'm not an astrologer, is like in our house of shared resources, like financial, emotional, sexual, shared things. So really keep an eye on what's going on around us this month, because our next card here is the Fool card. That goes right with this Ace of Swords. I keep picking up that King of Rods. Loyal, that's a fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, male or female. And I've picked it up 3 times now. So this card means that whoever's coming forward or helping us, whatever's going on, they are on our side. Any information they give us, financial, however, is really grounded. It's trustworthy. They are loyal, honest, dependable type people. So you might want to keep that in mind, because I keep picking it up and I'm not trying to. The next card we have is the Fool. That's birth too. Fresh new start, new beginning. The Fool card, 0. I've wiped the slate clean, right? I trusted and this guy trusts. Look, he has a little sandwich in his bag and his dog with him. Just his little dog and his sandwich, and he's off on a new journey, and he's going to usually walk right off the cliff. This is a card of I hear, and this is Aquarius to the get-go, because to me, because we're innovators, we're free out of the box thinkers, we're authentically ourselves, we birth new ideas all the time. So this guy is when we are listening to the sound of our own drummer. Every single person around us sees the situation in a different manner than we personally see it. And it does not make any difference to us, because we know in our heart and soul that we trust, and this is the right path forward for us. We're going to listen to it no matter what. So if something gets a little crazy, Aquarius, you know, or confusing or confounding, I think that's the way I'm hearing it, confounding, confusing, take slow, measured steps forward, right? Even with this Fool card. Don't, you know, fly off the handle, but keep that forward momentum going. You know, this could be the new baby for those of us that are pregnant or whatever we're doing, okay? But we don't see it with it like everybody else in the world. But our path is authentically ours. So maybe take a little time to do our word awakening, go within, do what we have to do for our own self, our own truth, to know what it is that we're trying to bring forward, you know, uh, and trust it. Trust it. Because our next card here is the Five of Pentacles, and that's a sad card. You know, you gotta admit, the kid's bleeding, and the lady's holding on to him. Usually there's snow in the card. That means it could be loss, financial loss, or we're thinking we are going to be losing, or we're preparing, you know, in some way because things are tight and don't know what to do. Remember, they kept making me pick up this King of Rods here. 3 times, they kept making me pick them up. That means that there is, when you look at this card, this is supposedly representative of the church behind them. That means that no matter how bad I think things are, right, that there is help behind me. There's a light shining. All these people had to do was to turn around and walk through that door, and all of the help they needed was right there. All of the awakening they needed, all the enthusiasm to help them, all of the people that will trust and will help them move forward or birth that new thing or new help is right there. So we may be thinking something that we planned, you know, fell through at the last minute. So I'm going to tell you, you know, have an alternative. Look around you, see who I think can help me out, you know, who would help me usher this forward, you know, or move forward. This can be spiritual loss, spiritual crisis, or financial, you know, all these kind of things. But the one thing is there's help. And they kept making me pick up the King of Rods. King of Rods, loyal, honest, trustworthy, good financial advice. What they say, you know, is on the money, you know. And you know they're predisposed to you. To me, they're going to help me. Okay, so there is help. Don't panic. Trust. We'll go within and trust, because we're coming out victorious through our own strength of will and determination. Because our next card's the Tower. No, we're not getting struck by lightning. Told you there may be a little bit of a blip here or there. When we get the Tower card, there's usually something in our life that we needed or had to change. Usually the Tower is like unexpected. Remember they told us to, don't fly off the handle. Some unexpected, out of the clear blue sky, development that is totally off the wall, right? But this is our word awakening. It is not usually totally off the wall. It can be an argument with somebody, but we knew it was coming eventually, you know. So I don't see the Tower as this, it's a situation we want to change or have to change, but I've never seen it as lightning strike, blow up something I never expected. Because if I look back over it after the event, and I really thought about it, it was something that needed to happen for a long time. Sometimes we get this Tower card when we're stagnant or stuck in the mud, kind of, so to speak, and we don't want to change anything, and we don't want to do this, and we don't want to do that, you know. But we have the Fool card, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Victory card, and there's help. Look around me, you know, it can be arguments and fights, big blow-ups, you know, maybe, with that eight, I lost my Ace of Swords here. Oh, there it is. Didn't know where I put it. I had a pile of cards when I was trying to show you the King of Rods there. But when we get this, you know, we usually knew it was coming. So what I'm saying is, remember, be meticulous. If something looks confounding, confusing, whatever, you know, the details are important. Maybe this is avoidable, possibly, or perhaps it was something that needed to happen. Maybe it's something about, because it could be shared resources too. What I was saying, I think I read or saw that, probably one of the astrologers said something about it. You know, maybe we knew it was coming, you know, we should have talked to him about it. Maybe do it sooner rather than later, you know. It can be arguments with friends sometimes that maybe we really didn't expect, but we look back over it and it's like, oh, I should have saw that one coming. Okay, so there's our little blip. Don't fly off the handle. Be our, like, out of the box, innovative, low brains. We'll figure out how we're going to get through it, and end up victorious, and still honestly get the things that we want and need, you know, because they're coming forward too, you know. Trust it, Aquarius, that word. Every time I look down, it like jumps up at me. Trust, awaken. What is it I want to change before it blows up? Maybe I need to have a talk with somebody before I really lay some, you know. I know we're doing it. Our card, our angel card, is steady progress. How about that, Aquarius? Boy, we're just moving right on through. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. Don't fly off the handle. Actions of love. Trust. Oh, be an awakened spirit. You're probably all saying to me, really, Frankie? You know, if I had to fly off the handle, it probably took a lot to push me over that handle. And I'm going to do it anyhow. Might want to keep a lid on it for ourselves for this month, because I think it'll be way more beneficial, and it'll get us that pace through, because the Fool card is like everybody else sees it in some other way than what I do. But I know what I see is the truth of my heart, and I know I can trust it. It says you drew this card as a reassurance that you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourself to others or feel that you should be further ahead on your path by now. Yes, look how far you've come, and how many lessons you've learned, and how many people you've helped. And that's true. We're extremely loving. Focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from yourself. Each day, take at least one small action step concerning the project you're passionate about. Take slow, steady, what did they say to us? Take slow steps forward if something's confusing or confounding. You're on the right path, even if it feels you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness, and appreciate yourself. Authentically be me. Well, Aquarius, that's our reading for this month, and I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. And if anybody wants to know more about me, or just go nib about me. All the information's down below the screen. Or if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is in the About section below the screen over at the website. Tell you everything you need to do. I am taking off at like the last week of August and a couple weeks in September. I'm taking a break, and I'm going to do it again in the middle of October because I'm going to attend a class. So until that time, keep that in consideration because I will not be taking appointments in that time. So leave me a message, and when I come off my break, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And to everybody that I've met through doing these YouTube videos for 2 whole years, and to everybody I've met through 29 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.